LL Cool J. 1 2 1 2. Hey, what's up, everybody? Check. Wow, I guess today is Thursday. Man, yesterday was crazy. Uh, 1 2 1 2. Hope everyone's doing all right today. Wow, I tell you what, this is crazy. I don't know. I figure I come on today since I didn't come on yesterday. Time just been crazy. Time just been crazy about it's crazy. Please, oh no, it's crazy. Yeah, all right, 1 2. So in today's news, so welcome to a short Shannn show. Today is Thursday. Usually I'm here on Wednesday, but since time got pushed back, I figured I'd try to jump on here just a little bit, try to catch up on my time with my stream. And oh hey, how you doing, Mama? Hello, Mama. Hello. Hey, how you doing, Brandon? How you doing, Brady Noon? He said, "What's up? I'm so mad you lost last night." Oh, the Chiefs. Let me see. Did the Chiefs play yesterday? Okay, was it the Chiefs? Five more minutes. Ain't the Chiefs. Oh, you're not Steelers fans. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, we played y'all Broncos. I'm mad we had. Oh yeah, that's right. We 9-2 now. It was the Raiders. The Raiders. I think. Let me see here. Let me see the Broncos standing. The Broncos with it. Oh man, we lost. How? No, we played y'all Broncos. Oh, let me look. Yeah, back on Sunday. Yeah. 22-19. Yeah, hey. Yep. I hope we go to the Super Bowl. So we're 9-2. I've been telling other people at work since they big Steelers fans or Raiders fans or Colts fans, we going to the Super Bowl. Hopefully, we 9-2 in our division in the AFC West. So the Broncos are 9-2, Chargers 7-4, Chiefs 5-5, and Raiders 2-8. I see the Patriots up there too. The Patriots are 9-2 in their division. Bills 7-3, Dolphins 4-7, Jets 2-8. My friend Maxon passed away. Oh wow, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, Brady. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Got 5 minutes. Here, Mom speaking. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. I got 5 minutes. Colts 8-2, Jaguars 6, Browns 2-8. Be nice if the Browns could win with Shador. Max Jaw probably slamming thing. That's funny. I'm sure he is. They 5-5. He was talking big trash to me weeks ago. You know what? It's funny. I ain't seen his face around up in here since the Broncos is winning. Oh, but last year when the Chiefs were winning, oh, he was rolling up here trash talking me. Said the Chiefs going to this. I ain't seen a lot of the. It's a bunch of faces that ain't been up in here since I know the Chiefs ain't been winning this season. I hope I ain't seen a bunch of people. They scared because they were dogging me last year in here trying their best because the Chiefs went to the Super Bowl. I ain't seen half of them come in here Chiefs fans, and now they know I'm a Broncos fan. It's been crickets everywhere. Uh huh. They scared. They scared. Got 5 more minutes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's been really quiet with the Chiefs. They 5-5, 0 ties, 500 percentage. They 4-1 at home, and then losing, and their streak is L2 losing, lost 2 games. Chiefs ain't got a shot of nothing. I don't think the Chiefs even make as a wild card. Yeah, 5 more minutes. 3:21. The beginning. The land was dry. Yep. The P points for which is total. Yep. That's sure. It's been real quiet. It's okay as long as I'm losing. The Chiefs doing good, but the second they ain't doing good, oh, they can't take it. Mm-hmm. So the Colts are 8-2. And the Patriots are 9-2. I tell you. Oh, hey, what's up, Max? What happened to your TV? Mm. Oops, I spelled it backwards. That's my prerogative. They say, mm-hmm. So what? You catch the highlights on YouTube or something now with the football game? Mm-hmm. Don't say, don't say a word to me, Brady. Yeah. Hey, so what happened to the Chiefs this year, huh? Yeah. What happened to the Chiefs, man? Hey, Mahomes, he pooped out. Huh? Thought he was gonna pull the same stunt he did last year. He got away with everything in the book. Mm-hmm. What happened to the Chiefs? Why I throw my you really throw your TV out the window. Dog. I know it's deep, but I ain't throwing my TV out. I know I ain't. Well, they just lose. I go on about my business. That's simple as that. Like how much the TV cost you? Well, I just get me a new team. I'll pick a new team before I do that. Uh-uh. 9-2. I do have a TV in my basement. Yeah. Dog, man. Really, you really threw your TV out over a game? I mean, was it a big TV, a 32-inch little TV, 19-inch TV, a little CRT TV, the big tube? Yeah, I know it's been quiet. All y'all all of you big Chiefs fans ain't been in here trash talking me. I see why. You fired. Your score ain't all that hot. Yeah, this great. Yeah, Chiefs streak ain't all that good, and Broncos killing it 9-2. Mm-hmm. Let's see what's the Eagles. The Eagles taking it easy. Ooh. It's in the NFC. Eagles are 8-2. Cowboys 4-5. Wow. Wow, the Lions doing better than the Chiefs. The Panthers doing. I like and the Panthers also my other team. They the home team back home. I love the Panthers. I wish Cam Newton could have got won the Super Bowl. First of all, yeah, I know. I had to mess with y'all. Mhm. Yeah. The Chiefs. The Chief Chew, the Chief, and the Head Chief Chew, the Chief, and the Chief Chew. Panthers are 6-5. Rams are 8-2. Eagles are 8-2. Oh, Giants are 2-9. God damn, man. Looks like the Broncos gonna win their division. Division champs. Oh, nobody here. Yeah. The Panthers doing better than y'all. Well, see, the Panthers got Jimmy Horn. You know, he used to play for Colorado for Deion Sanders. He doing all right. And I like the Jaguars too. The Jaguars 6-4. You know, Travis Hunter from the Jaguars and the Ravens, Baltimore Ravens, LaJohntay Webster. I'm telling you, it's Colorado buffs everywhere in the NFL this year. I think that guy from the Patriots. I think he was a Carolina player. Which I'm also a USC Tar Heel fan. I think that quarterback is from Carolina for the Patriots. Let me look it up. Got 5 more minutes. Joshua Dobbs. No. Drake May. Drake May became the starting quarterback in Week 6 of 2024 season after being drafted 3rd overall. Where he come from? Let's see here. Drake May. Here we go. Drake May. 5 more minutes. If we don't win, I'm going to go insane. Me too, says Brady. Look, I don't care about. I just want to know where the boy from. Did he play for Carolina? Drake May. Bam! Drake May. He played for the Tar Heels. He played for college football for North Carolina Tar Heels, winning the Shannn Alexander Award and ACC Football Player of the Year in 2022 after leading NCAA in total yards. May was selected 3rd overall by the Patriots in 2024. Hey, a Tar Heel. A Tar Heel. Look, that explains. So, a Tar Heel, which I like, and he's a Tar Heel, Drake May. No wonder they doing good. They got a Tar Heel over there. And my boys, the Broncos, doing, oh, boy. We just lighting up everything. I wish the Browns had gave Shador a chance because I liked Shador when he was with Colorado. Oh, stinking Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel. I get he's a rookie, I guess. Like somebody said, he playing like a rookie, but they gave him Shador the reps and stuff. I guarantee the Browns will be out there winning it as well. But look, the Browns screwed this whole season up. The Cleveland Browns screwed up this season. There's still some games left, but almost a season gone. Look at the reps, who they wasted it on. Joe Flacco gone, Kenny Pickett gone, and Dylan Gabriel had all the practice since whenever. And look at his results. Now, if they had invested that same game Shador, they wasn't hating on Shador, gave him that same time to practice, I guarantee the Browns would be doing 1,000 times better. But no, the Browns, I agree with somebody. The Browns just screwed this whole season up. But I was hearing the Browns trying to they're getting a new stadium or whatever, and so I guess they're using all this all this stuff, media coverage, what you're doing to get their stock up. Slick marketing, yeah, using that just to Shador, the biggest player named in the NFL right now. Shador's got, I've seen he's got more coverage than anybody. It don't matter any position, quarterback or whatever. Shador. Well, that's cool. So Drake May is a Tar Heel playing for the Patriots. Uh-oh. He was born in North Carolina too. Hey, even better. Wow, he's a Pro Bowl. Ooh, I'll be checking him out more now. So now, Tar Heel, boy. It's been a good year for me. Football. You know it. You know it. The whole world has to end right now to tell you once again who's bad. Who's bad? Who's bad? I get 5 more minutes. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, well, I'm sure the Chiefs, they'll pick up. I think Travis Kelce is distracted with Taylor Swift. Aren't they engaged or something? He can't focus. He's too busy focused on Taylor. Leave me alone. They said, leave me alone. Travis Kelce said, leave me alone. I'm trying to focus on my wedding. Hey, what's up, Jack? What's up, Jack? No, my team lost against the Broncos. Really? I lost. Doorbell. No, my team lost against the Broncos. Really? Man, y'all. Hey, so what happened to your team? Y'all ran out of steam and just. You a Chiefs fan? I take it. My team, yeah, you a Chiefs fan too, man. Yeah, because the Broncos leading. The Broncos leading the division. The Chiefs are third. Y'all are behind the Chargers, number 3 in the division, AFC. In the AFC West. Yeah, y'all are third. The Chargers are ahead of y'all. 7-4. Y'all 5-5. It's just crazy to me. And here's what gets me last year. The Broncos came off really, not Broncos, but the Chiefs came off really cocky last year. In that last week of going back to playing the Chiefs playing the Broncos at home. They didn't have they starting players Mahomes and Kelce because they already knew they already had the season locked in going to the Super Bowl. And they didn't show up. They just let the second string. Of course, the Broncos won, but I see they don't have that same attitude now. Where's that same attitude from last year? Yeah, they got their starting players that ain't doing nothing. This is payback from last year too. Yeah, well, they'll get their wish again now. They ain't going to no Super Bowl. No, man. Y'all didn't like that how they did us last year. Mahomes and Kelce didn't show up. They let the second string team play or whatever to play the Broncos. They came to the Broncos home game. Just show you because they know the Broncos weren't going no far. They didn't need to play, but yeah, I'm telling you, everybody coming back. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. That's right. As LL Cool J says. The Chargers are ahead of y'all. The Chargers are 7-4. Y'all 5-5. Are y'all trying to tank or something? Trying to get some better draft picks? Now, I know some teams do that on purpose. They will tank. Like, look at the Browns. I think they purposely tanking too. I don't know why, but I do know why. Because they want to try to get better players in the draft. So the team just go ahead and tank the season. I was like, man, a waste of a season. I think it's unfair to the fans that those teams do that. Cheat the fans out, still give them a good game. They'd rather just go ahead and just go on to the ride on the bench and just cry out the season, not and pretend like they still into the season when they're not, and still getting paid too. I sometimes I think some of these teams, these players don't need all that money. Yeah, they just take it for granted. They just show up, just play a little bit, act like they care, and getting all those millions of dollars easy. Yeah, easily. That's a lot of money. I tell you what, I don't know, man. It's just I don't know, but the Broncos earning their money. They always earn their money, but it's just some of these teams just cheating the fans out of in general. The game of football, because like back in the 80s, I remember enjoying football. The Broncos, I was always been a Broncos fan. I've been a Broncos fan since John Elway. Shannon Sharp was there, Terrell Davis. There was a bunch of players. I'm telling you, who else was like the 80s, 1980s Broncos, not 1908, 1980, 80s Broncos team. Oh, let's see, 1980s Broncos team. Hey, what's up, Gus? How you doing now? You doing all right today? Appreciate you stopping by. Hey, y'all get a chance, please hit the like button and share out my stream, please. So the Broncos won in 98, 99, and they won in 2000. Whatever. See, Broncos. So the Broncos have played 8 games in Super Bowls all time. What? Let's see. How many? So the Broncos won Super Bowl. The Broncos got how many wins? So the Broncos got three Super Bowls, won 3. They almost won 4. They almost won 2 with Peyton because they appeared in they won in 15 and look, division championships. Oh man, so the AFC West Broncos so 13 conference championships, 8. So 2013, I think that's when Peyton was with them. Yeah. And they won in 15. So they almost pulled off 2 Super Bowls with Peyton. They would have got that. I wish they would have won that first one with Peyton. I think that was his first year. Then maybe the next year or so, the Broncos came back and they won it with Peyton. Mm-hmm. So they won in 97, 98. That was with Shannon Sharp and Terrell Davis, of course, John Elway. And in 15, it was Peyton. See, Elway still won. Elway won in 15 because he's in the office or whatever. I mean, Elway is Peyton. Wow. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Division championships 77, 78, 84, 86, 87, 89. That's when Elway was there 91, 96, 98, 2005, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. The Broncos were barely competitive during their 10-year run in the AFL and their first 3 years in the NFL. They did not have a winning season until 1973 and qualified for their first playoffs in 1977. Eventually advanced to Super Bowl 12 that season. Wow. The Broncos have 9 primary members enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. John Elway, Floyd Little, Shannon Sharp, Gary Zimmerman, Terrell Davis. Oh, yes, right. I forgot Champ Bailey played for the Broncos. Steve Atwater and Randy Gradishar, along with Lake Club club owner Pat Bowling. Yeah, that's right. Champ Bailey. I forgot Champ Bailey. Champ Bailey was a cornerback. And I think he was a punt returner too. Yeah, he was a punt returner. Roland Champ Bailey Jr. Champ Bailey's bad. Mm-mm-mm. Champ Bailey. He was a thief. I might well call him a thief as a cornerback. He could steal that ball so fast. Hot dog. He get those interceptions like Dion. But yeah. So yeah, Champ Bailey. I like Champ Bailey and Dion and Champ Bailey. Cornerbacks. Bad cornerback. So Champ Bailey, did he win a Super? I don't think he won a Super Bowl. No, he didn't get a ring, but he might have showed up too late to the Broncos, too early. In 2004, Champ Bailey was traded to Denver Broncos, where he played 10 seasons until he was released in early 14, following the Broncos. Oh, Bailey signed with New Orleans Saints shortly. Yeah. So Bailey, he didn't win no Super Bowls, but he's in the Hall of Fame though. But look, he got NFL Hall of Fame. That's where to be. If you don't win a Super Bowl, but if you make it into the NFL Hall of Fame, oh, that's the ultimate place. That's really good. But having a Super Bowl and the NFL Hall of Fame, even sweeter. But still, that's the ultimate getting in the Hall of Fame. You know what all you have to go through? Get in there, the stuff you have to put in those numbers for real. Denver Broncos ring of fame. Champ Bailey. Fort Campbell, Kentucky. He was born in Kentucky. Okay. Yeah, Gus, it'll be all right. I don't know how much for. How many more games left in the NFL season? How many more games left in NFL? How many more games left? There are fewer than 17 games left for each NFL team. So how many more games left in NFL season today? Here we go. There are 117. Not all the teams. So not all the NFL teams. So ain't like 7 or 8 games left this season. Hey, what's up, Eli? Oh yeah, that's right. You know it. You know it. You know it. Yeah, I appreciate y'all coming in. So as you're coming in, please hit the like button and share my stream out. I appreciate it so much. It'll help. It really will help me out. I would appreciate it. That's right. Hey, Eli, the Broncos 9-2. I think we going to the Super Bowl, man. We winning our division. Yeah. His team lost. The Chiefs are 5-5. Broncos are 9-2. The Chargers are ahead of the Chiefs. The Chargers are 6-4. I am the sun. Yeah, I am. Yeah, that they just they ain't cutting it. Wow. Watch the Chiefs will make a comeback next year. They'll probably get somebody good in the draft. I don't know. Or maybe the Chiefs trying to tank this year. I don't know what's going on. What happened to Mahomes? You know, the referees always look out for him, make sure he's good to go. He always get his little pretty coverage and stuff. I don't care. Well, he ain't bringing it this year. We need Carter's corner. Where he at? He probably sleep, because he all that losing, Losing makes you tired. It just takes drains all your energy. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I ain't seen Carter's corner. Yeah, probably at home just crying about the Chiefs. 5-5, just 5-5. I'm serious. What happened, man? I mean, Mahomes just gave out. He pooped out. What happened to your players? And the coach, Andy, what's his name? Andy, the Chiefs coach. I am the river. I am the chicken. Coaches and Chiefs. Andy Reid. What happened to Andy Reid? He pooped out. Cause they came off and see the Chiefs came off real cocky last year. Oh, we're untouchable, and the way Mahomes playing. So where's that same attitude at now this year? But you know what? It made the other teams really step up and show them. Give them a run for their money. They are. I'm telling you, the Broncos mad pissed from last year the way they did. I saw him sitting on. Yeah, I bet he was sitting on the bench. What, did he break a fingernail or something? That old wimp. That's right. And Miss Kim Blingbar is a Chiefs fan too. Oh, I'm getting her. See, I'm getting everybody back from last year dogging us. Oh, the tables are turned. The tables have turned. I'm giving it back to y'all. That's right. Y'all had it coming. Well, your boys ran out of steam, and look what happened. That's right. Bring it on. Game on. I am the river. Let me see how the Ravens doing. I bet the Ravens doing better than y'all. I think the Ravens 6-4. Don't. Swing down, sweet chariot, stop and let me ride. The Ravens are 5. Oh, they 5-5. They percentage is 500. Gee, y'all tied with the Ravens. Wow. Lamar Jackson and what Flowers is the. Matter of fact, they played. The Ravens played the Browns. The Ravens won. And I don't know what happened to the Raiders. A friend at work is a Raiders fan. Yeah, what's his name? Ashton. What's his name? I can't think of that new rookie running back. Oh, maybe the Ravens the Raiders trying to tank too, so they can get that good first round pick draft. The Las Vegas Raiders. I think the Raiders were doing better winning and when they was back in L.A. or Oakland. Maybe they need to move back to California. Knows how to party in the city. And maybe it's too many distractions in Las Vegas. It's too many distractions. You got all them casinos, the strip, all that. It's too many distractions. The players too busy over there playing at the casino. They supposed to be in practice. No, they down at the casino playing. Playing the poker table. Playing the roulette wheel. I'm telling you. What if I signed up for the Chiefs? Then it'll be me out there breaking. Hey, fantasy. I know a lot of people at work too play fantasy football, that FanDuel sports stuff. I wonder if I need to figure out how to do it. I wouldn't mind getting into it, learn how to play it. I'm sure I can get good at it. I understand how the game plays. Max said that'll be cool. Yeah, go for it. I'm sure the Chiefs need all the help. Andy Reid could use all the help he can get. I am the river. And what's the deal with Aaron Rodgers too? Ron Rodgers. I got to give the Eagles though credit. I saw that Super Bowl ring. So when they did the ceremony before the first home game, the wings pop out of for the Eagles. I am the river. Yeah. That's really cool. Mm-hmm. Bum bum. Hey, maybe y'all have better luck next year, Max. You know, but that's how it goes sometimes. But me and the Broncos will fight. I will be like, oh yeah, that's right. Save it for the field. Save it for the field. Yeah. But it happens like that with any team because you never know who the surprise team, who'll be the team. And like, look at Detroit Lions. Like 2 years ago, two years ago, nobody didn't expect the Detroit Lions to come out of nowhere and go to the Super Bowl. Surprise teams, Yeah, the Detroit Lions. I'm surprised they. I don't know what's going on, but the Lions. I am the river. The Detroit Lions. The Lions are in the NFC. So the Lions are 6-4. They might have a chance. I don't know. In a division, NFC North, they are third. They 6-4. The Packers are 6-3. The Bears are 7-3. Man, next year, we'll be back. Yeah, and we'll be right back. That's what it should say on their lockers, on their office at the stadium. They should have a big sign up say, "We'll be right back." mm-hmm. Buffalo's doing better than the Buffalo's doing better than the Chiefs. The Buffaloes are 7-3. Yeah. I keep telling everybody, yeah, the Broncos gonna beat down the Colts too. Damn, man. Dun, 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 dun. You know what? Who's bad? Who's bad? Well, I'm telling you, this has been a fun season. Oh. I know it makes Peyton happy and John Elway, two former quarterbacks. Yeah, Elway is in the office. He does something with the staff, but I don't know what Peyton does. Peyton does anything with the Broncos, but I know he's loving Colorado. His son is I think his son is in middle school, like an 8th grader now. Marshall Peyton, I think that's his name. I saw his son throwing the football. I tell you what, everybody better be on the lookout. Peyton Manning's son. Peyton Manning's son, yep, Marshall. Bam, I call it Marshall. I think he's in middle school. He attended the 2025 NFL Pro Games where he was seen and referred to as the future and impressed people with his throwing ability. Yeah, he was out there throwing that ball. It's like, uh-oh. You see it coming through. Them jeans are strong. That Manning jeans are strong. Yeah, Marshall. And his older cousin, Arch Manning, who's Cooper Manning's son. Cooper Manning was a bad player too. He was all state for wide receivers. Yep. So Cooper went to Ole Miss where his dad Archie Manning went. What stopped Cooper from playing was after that first tackle, they had to rush to the doctor, the hospital, or whatever. And the doctor said if he took one more hit, he would have been paralyzed for life. Or no, it would have killed him. He had some kind of disease with his spine or something. He had some kind of health issue going on. But if he gotten hit really bad, it would have taken him out for good, permanent. He wouldn't have. He'd been gone. But so that was sad because Archie's firstborn. Hey, what's up, Neil? How you doing? I feel sick, Bronco. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I get it, it's your team. Man, it ain't that serious, that deep. Feel sick. You know what? All these games over the years, me watching sports teams, whether it's a baseball team, I had a favorite baseball team, football team, a basketball team. Now it's not natural to get the get upset at your favorite team. Yeah, somebody want to win, but I ain't never felt like sick. Oh, I'm about to pass out. No, none of that. It never was that deep to me. I love competition, but not to the point where, well, we just gonna have to try again next year or something. But no, I've never been like that. Yeah. Now I get it. You know, a competitive fan, you love your team, but that's how it goes. But uh, I just try to watch the next team who gonna might win it. That's what I do. Just switch off to the team who might the team that beat my team, pick another team that's gonna beat the team that beat my team. You know, that's how you get them back. Oh man, yeah, but I never been that caught up. And you know, the thing is too, like with these NFL games too. I get it, people have their favorite team, but it's like some people are so deep into it, where the point where I get it. Like trash talking is part of the game. People like to talk, but not where to the point where it gets physical or violent. It's like no, it'd never be that deep. Because in the day, man, it's still a game. You know, I get it. People gonna root for their teams, but it ain't gonna put no extra money in my pocket for going that hard like that. For oh no, I just never been like that. Now, I love my Tar Heels basketball all day, but it did get disappointing. But and the refs and I get it too. Being a referee, one of the hardest jobs in the world too. A lot of the time, the referees ain't gonna call the right plays. Always gonna be happen, whether you at home or away. The refs ain't gonna sometimes call the play. You can contest the plays and stuff, but you never know. But that's a good game when you fighting. Both teams are fighting, trying it's a dog fight, trying to fight for all those points to win. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Brady. Yeah, man, that's after the game. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, I get stuff happen, but I don't. Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. But it'll never for me. It'll never, like I say, it'll never get to that point where I'm so emotionally attached to a game or something like that. But everybody's different. It affects everybody different. But for me, yes, unfortunate. Yeah, violent. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, Max. Yeah, because and see that's the thing, man. Right there, Max. It was real violent. The sport. That's the thing. Going like to Buffalo Wild Wings or those sports bars. That's the thing when people are all I guess congregated all in that proximity, that one area, all bunched up watching the ball game. I get it. And see, another key factor is at them bars is alcohol. A lot of people, even at the games, they got all these expensive alcohol. You see Bud Light or whatever. They buy them big old long cans or whatever. It's always a lot of times people, the adrenaline's going, and then they got alcohol is in the mix. Some people can't handle it, some can, some responsible, some are not. And you see all the time people are fights and stuff at bars. It's like that should be a thing. I get it. They want to make money off of people and they don't care, but it should be a thing like should they have like I guess I don't know, can you have background checks on people, but people should be more responsible, but they not. And that's how they want to be. They just want to be as drunk as they can. I get it. People want to have fun, but some just can't handle the alcohol better than others. And it turns violent all the time. It never fails. And it's always the key factor that's in the mix is alcohol. I know it's a bar, but man, that's what people want to do. It's like, man, just stay home, But someone, I get it. You can go wherever you want and do, but some people just like that. It's like, man, like they take the fun out of it. It's like you make you don't want to go to a bar or whatever, hang out because that people don't know how to act, act like animals, wild animals. I'm serious, man. It's irritating. That's why I never really went to sports bars. Well, I mean, Buffalo Wild Wings, which I enjoyed. The people always been civil all the times I've been there, even when the game was going on. But I guess it just depends on the people and where you're at. But it's like, man, regardless of whoever playing, just some people just don't know how to sit back and just enjoy the game without wanting to, they take one person, they get to talking, they had so many beers. It never fails. But man, hopefully a lot of times maybe they should have security at those places. I don't know. Is the security real strong at the sports bar, Max? But I tell you, but for me, it'll never get to that point, because end of the day, I mean, I watched the game, but I ended up moving on. Believe it or not, Max said, believe it or not, that same night it was Broncos versus Chiefs. We had Chief fans, Broncos fans. I was working it, became violent. A few people in some passed on. I was like, yeah. And see, that's the thing, man. I get it's gonna be a good game, but you can't tell people. I'm telling you, man, it's like little kids, man, little children. They gotta be babysitted because they not have enough sense to act right. But that's how people do. It's been like that for years on years, and games it kills it off for people who want to go to a place, but people don't know how to act. It's like it never fails, man. It's like that boy. The animals in the animal kingdom act better than people. The animals at the zoo act better than some of these people. The four-legged animals act better than the two-legged animals. Hot dog, man. They get so consumed. They just, man. It just makes you wonder. Wonder what it do over game, man. Please. That's the thing too, and a lot of times, some people have got money on games and betting. A lot of people just not good at losing. I learned how to lose. I understand it, but not to that point where it, bottles were thrown. I was like, wait a second, here we get security. I know, and that's the thing, man. Some people just want to go and sit down, enjoy their food, watch the game, or see or the TVs at the sports bar. Just I don't, have some wings or whatever they trying to food. Just sit down, but yes, it's like in middle school, high school. It's the same thing, the same kind of mindset, just a different setting than from a school setting at the bar. It's gonna have the ones who's gonna be disruptive. There's ones trying to learn or whatever, enjoy school, just learning, and it's gonna be the ones. It's the same thing, exact same thing. So I wanted to jump in, but yeah, it ain't worth it. Hey, no, man. No, never do that. It ain't worth jumping in. I get it, but that's why security there. Let them take care of it. That's why you have security to take care of that. It's the same thing. School, classroom. There's gonna be. I used to deal with it. There's disrupted people. I don't know, no home trainer. I don't know, but it's always the same thing. It's just a different setting. There's gonna be people disrupted. Other ones trying to enjoy it, have fun, where the other ones just disrupted. It's like, man. But yeah, it ain't worth it trying to break it. Nope. I get it. You want to get in there, but yeah, like you said, you step in there and try to be a hero. I've seen a lot of times people try to intercept, try to break up stuff, and they end up being a victim, getting hurt or losing their life trying to. It ain't. You might, you see it. It ain't right, but trying to help somebody, but they mess around, that mindset, that person, whatever they in, they don't care. I'm telling you, it ain't worth it. Yep, that's why security is there. Let them take care of it. Yep, that's all you can do. Call the police. Call 911. Yeah, that's what I do, man. And that's the thing, the feeling I always when I see those sports bars, but that's the only place I really mess with, just Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah. It's always been decent, never came across any trouble, but game day be like on a Sunday or something, and yeah. But I like Buffalo Wild Wings. It's over the years, I never had no trouble. Luckily, all the ones I've been to, it's always been fun. People just going and enjoying, relax, eating their food, whatever's on TV. They might have the basketball or a basketball game, I just been lucky. I just been lucky, or like a pizza place like Chicago Pizza. I like Chicago Pizza. They got a couple of TVs up. They got some good stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Like, ugh. Mm, mm, mm. I can't believe it. Next Thursday is Thanksgiving, and then Black Friday already. Mm-mm. It's crazy. I tell you what. Can't believe it's coming. I tell you what, I remember all those Thanksgivings my mom had. And all the stuff she cooked. My grandma would cook, my family. My mom make that mac and cheese. She do those Cornish hens or green. She make her pies. I think she do pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie. Do her potato salad. My mom hook up some Thanksgiving. I don't think she ever really had a turkey. She always get those big hens, and she do the Cornish hens, and she had the greens, the collard greens. Mm-hmm. And, of course, the honey baked ham. She get that honey baked ham, go down to honey baked ham, and wait in line out or whatever. I think you can have them already ordered. And you go pick it up, or just wait in line, get that honey baked ham. I still try. I still get it every year. The little honey baked ham. Mm-hmm. Those are really good. Honey baked hams. You can go even before the holidays. They open all the time. During the weekdays, you can go and get you a meal, get a ham sandwich. You can buy a little meal. They serve meals, sandwich. You can buy a ham sandwich, but I like get my honey baked ham. Mm-hmm. And for me, because Dave and Buster's right by us, I had to take the kids there so they don't see the drama. This one kid was crying. I went back to the sports bar that night. Something else. Yeah. I like Dave and Buster's. It's always been I said, do this ever stop? No, man. I'm saying it's a human beings, man. That's just how they do, man. And it don't like you say. I said this, do this never ever stop. No, look at Chuck E. Cheese, man. Chuck E. Cheese, I get it. It's millions of kids and their parents, and so them people all loaded up in the same space, you know. Every little kid, everybody trying to get on the same ride. Little kids bouncing all over the place, and you got parents, watching. But it's been on the news, man. It's sad too with Chuck E. Cheese, man. If you look on YouTube and stuff, and like the Chuck E. Cheese around here, it was like last year or so, man. It was a shooting right outside of the Chuck E. Cheese, and somebody died. Two guys outside of the. I saw it's like, why do these people pick places like this, especially with kid places? It's always it's the perfect place for parents to act up because that's somebody child's like they can never work it out, you know. It's all I've seen it on news, Chuck E. Cheese. But the cool thing is now the Chuck E. Cheese by me is shut down. It's empty building. Because I always go over there there's a store I go to, they sell used video games and CDs and stuff. And I go there, I didn't like really being over there too much because I just always had that feeling, the people and just, and all the time, just the stuff I'm always aware of Chuck E. Cheese. But I'm kind of glad it's gone, man, because it was bringing the area down all the time. And I seen the kind of people that went over there too. It's like, oh man, So this is why I don't work sometimes. I work my other job at Cedars Point as Snoopy. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, man. That's the thing is, it's unfortunate for y'all, the workers, who end up feeling unsafe. Some, working, you're supposed to go to work and feel safe, not feel like where you got to go to work and you got to be on your guard all the time. But that's everywhere. Even though the place we got security, but I'm still alert, aware of my area, what's going on at all times. Hmm. But yeah, I know you want to be able to be somewhere where you feel safe and work where you don't have to feel like you got to look over your shoulder every 2 seconds. Yeah, go ahead, Brady. Yeah, yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy. If you look on YouTube, you see on the news of parents just fighting at Chuck E. Cheese. Huh? Yeah, maybe the Chuck E. Cheese should just go out of business because it's like, the eliminate. It's like, man, parent really? I want to do all these parents and stuff that get into these altercations at Chuck E. Cheese. Did they go back and look at what they did? And the little kids, they just don't think. I honestly believe that they same habits they had, I guess, in school or whatever. Not learn how to address problems, whatever. It carries over, and they do the same thing they did in school, whatever. They just the same habits carry over. Good. Hmm. Yeah, I get it. People get upset, your child or whatever, but it's like, does it have to come to that every time? Altercation, physical altercations every time? No, it's like nobody. It's like these nowadays. Nobody don't want to work anything out. Everything has to be physical, some kind of altercation or firearms. They never work it out. Never. It's all, man. It's just getting worse and worse. Whether it's at sports games or anywhere, but that's the way people want to solve their problems. It has to be the best way to want to solve it. Never want to. As I like 99% of the time, there's always a solution, but some people they get so hot headed or whatever, or tempers, they're not thinking clear. You know. So Brady says, okay, so after the Broncos and Chiefs lost Sunday, right? Monday, I go to school doing my work, and this new kid probably went from my school, my heart door, so I was scared of the crap. Yeah, and that same thing, man, in schools too, man. It's like the school shootings, everything, and man, it's like, are these kids that have metal detectors? That's even crazy. When I was going to school, man, I didn't have to worry about that. It was still bad kids, wanting to fight, but never to that extreme where you had to worry about school shootings and stuff. It was never in that mindset when I was going to school, where school, showing up with firearms or whatever. It's like, man, yeah, it's like, good gosh. And like the parents is like, how did the kids are they? It's like you wonder, are the parents, are they really giving them discipline at home or what? It's like, man, you never know the situations. I know everybody's situation different, but it's like, man, it's like, good God, they just keep coming out more and more with the school shooting. Like me and Gravy were talking about, the most we had to worry about, we used to have to practice. We have drills for tornado drills to practice. Now the schools have to practice for school shootings, which is messed up. But that's just where we at today. It's like, I feel bad for the little kids. They have to have to deal with that. They have to practice for school shootings versus simpler stuff. Like we had just practice for tornado drills, but no, oh, a little kid can't even go out on the playground and just have fun because of somebody else, you know, unhappy, which I get, but they want to take it out on little kids, which ain't right, man. It's like, oh. And then a lot of time you see it, then the shooters, they do it to, they do the school shooting, then they turn the firearm on themselves. I said, it's like, I know, it's crazy, but it's crazy, man, but that. So, but we do have metal detectors, but not in the back of my school. He snuck in the back door with his backpack, right? Wow. Yeah. Crazy part is he doesn't say, "Wow, that's Wow, that need to be reported or something. Wow, it's crazy. Kids in high school and middle school with firearms. Now, a lot of times I can see, I've seen it where the kids were innocent kids just minding their own business, and they always got bullied or whatever, and maybe the bully made them if they go tell somebody, they threaten them or whatever. So over time they end up, just a lot of buildup. So a lot of time it comes from kids, who've been bullied so bad, they didn't tell nobody or whatever. So it can end up being a result of that, lashing out by doing that as well, because they got tired of getting bullied or whatever. So that make them, because I'm telling you, man, kids are bad at school. They always bully, bullies. People get bullied. I'm telling you. And I remember like back in the late 90s, early 2000s, they used to have videos about kids getting bullied. They made videos like, what's that? Public, service announcements and videos and stuff about that, The police did catch them good. What's showing up at school with firearms? It's like, that's the thing, more showing up with firearms. Where the books at? Are they more interested in that than trying to learn? It's like, it's just stay home or something, stay away from people. It never is. Like I dealt with at school, had dealt with people wanting, always altercations. They rather show, it's like the mindset was the ones who weren't trying to learn, they were there to be disruptive, skip class, eat lunch, and be in gym and play all the time versus trying to learn. I was like, why don't you just stay? I wish they just stay home, because it make it easier for a lot of other people. But I guess some they had no choice. Parents made them go to school. I don't know if the parents were checking on them, see if they were learning anything. And like when I was in school too, I remember the teachers would call and call the parents and tell them, if the child was doing okay. They even had PTA meetings. I don't know if they still have PTA meetings, to tell, about the child, reporting how your child is doing or whatever, Saying when he had a jersey, Chiefs jersey on, he was after me. Wow, I can't help it. I can't help it that we lost. Yeah, I remember like years ago, like back in the 90s on the news, the Cleveland Browns had just went to the playoffs or something, and like what's that brand? Not Champs. Was it? I think it was Champs. Yeah, Champs clothing line, and they had a Cleveland Browns. Somebody had a Cleveland Browns Champs coat, and it was on the news report that somebody had robbed them for that coat because the Browns were doing good. It's always been like that. It's the same thing with the Jordans. Over the years, those Michael Jordans, those Concords, when they reissued them back in like 2011, I saw videos of people in line. It's like, you mean to tell me these people are willing to show up more? Half of them like they're in school, middle school, high school, probably. They they're willing to show up, put this energy into going to get shoes. But you look at them like, how much of them are dedicated to putting that same energy into school, getting their education? Like they more focused on their shoes, but that's the mindset. It's that status. People are more concerned about that status, having a shoe, and looking good, than versus learning. Yeah. I went to some store and there was a shooting. I was stuck in the building. They said, yeah, man, it's crazy. The mall, you can't go to the mall, the store, because same thing. But I just been lucky. Oh, yeah. Brady, yeah, man. It's nothing new. Mall shootings. I remember like back in the early 90s, back home, I remember hearing back at the mall about shootings at the mall, and especially even though like the holidays, Thanksgiving, and especially Christmas, these are like they like the most joyful times people, families get together and celebrate and have fun, but also like the most dangerous times too as well, because you got even more people amped up out there, with, preying on people, and plotting, Black Friday, people, get into it, confrontations and stuff. It's also like one of the worst times of the year too, you know malls, yeah, mall shootings. But the first time I remember hearing about the mall shootings was back in the 90s back home. Yeah, sure did. But I think I learned it from my mom too. Regardless, that stuff going on. I mean, some people have different mindsets, they're different, but you still go where you want, even if that's going on. And it still ain't gonna put. I'm just aware of my surroundings, but it don't put no fear inside of me. I'm still gonna go where I want to. I know how to run, find the exits and run, get out of there. But it ain't gonna stop me. If it's somewhere you want to go, you should still be able to go there regardless. I'm letting the people run me off or be scared. And no, I'll never be that way. I don't care who you are. So, you know, someone brought a weapon in Toys R Us one time. Yeah, I remember. I heard about that one time. A buddy of mine used to work at Toys R Us, and he said a guy, I think he walked out, had a bunch of bikes he rolled out of the store with, and no, he was hiding in the attic or whatever at Toys R Us, and he stole a bunch of stuff from Toys R Us. But it's everywhere. Yeah, man. I'd heard all kind of crazy stories. Yeah, but I heard about a Toys R Us story. But yeah, it's like that's how some people are. It's like it's not fair to the people, and then this is the way the world operates. It's not fair to the people who go hard, get out there, don't want to get out there and work, but they still go out there and work and get those hours in, whether it's at a fast food, movie theater, wherever, get a job, making money, work. They work hard, earn their money, and they had to deal with somebody who had to steal their stuff from, as hard as they work, that's where we at. Because somebody either they too lazy, don't want to get out there and do it. They just make it think it's easy to rob, which ain't right at all. It's been going on forever, you know. Yep, I remember it happened to us back home years ago. Maybe I was in high school, freshman year in high school. Somebody broke into our house, and like, man, I remember I came home because I was looking for my Game Boy and stuff. The next thing I know, my mom asked if something just wasn't right because my Game Boy was missing. All my games. I think maybe one game, yeah, one game that was still left, and it was Super Mario Land. I remember my mom mailing it to me years ago. Super Mario Land, like one of the games that didn't get stolen because I had a Ninja Turtles game. I had a bunch of games too, man. I had the chargers and everything for that Game Boy, the magnifier, the light, everything. I had this little bag like a case I could carry all my stuff in too, you know. But my mama, I know it was upsetting, but she was like, that was a learning lesson. But she was like, just save up again and get it. She didn't let it stop her. But I know it's disheartening. It's still frustrating, upsetting though. But mom, she said, she was just gonna save up. We'll just get our stuff back, and that's the cool thing about working. You got a job, you still, and luckily they still make more. But that's the sucky part. Because of somebody else taking your stuff that you had your hard earned money that you saved up to buy and pay for. But it still sucks, man. Dog. Because of somebody else. Dog. So Brady said this guy was in the bathroom. This was before I was famous acting stuff, but he had him. I remember telling my mom before the divorce, she and my dad had a pepper spray. Yeah, that's the thing, man. People come prepared and had tasers, pepper spray, and a lot of people, and there's ways to do it. Self defense. People learn to take up karate, different take self defense classes. Guys, you see it, online. People have given classes for people who get in those situations where they have to deal with people. But there's ways to counter that, There sure is. And it's always like the one who's trying to do the bullying or the attacker always feel like they big and bad. It's crazy. It's always the attacker who think he's big and bad and invincible until the tables get flipped on them. I've seen them plenty of times, like on TV, on news world, or on internet, where the attacker is trying to attack the person who's been attacked, flip the tables on him. Like there was a video. This guy just rolled up into his driveway. I think he had a Lamborghini or something. He pulled it up into his driveway. It was a nice car. And next thing you know, you see these guys, two guys pulling up to his stopping at the driveway. They pull up, guess thinking in that mindset like Grand Theft Auto, like they just big and bad, they were big and bad and just, thought that, nothing could stop them. They invincible. And the guy recognized some people. And that was the thing. He was alert. He recognized what was going on instantly. So they showed him. You see the camera, see the guy who was about to get robbed. He already ran to his house, his garage, whatever. He came back with a rocket launcher. No, and this is for real. This don't look like it was no stage. This was the real deal. He came back outside of his house with a rocket launcher. Them guys hurry up like that. They hurry up, shot in their car, and got out of there so fast. Got out of there so fast. It was too crazy. It was funny. It's like, wow, really? But y'all supposed to be act like the big bad wolf or something. But when the tables got turned on them, they ran. That's the mindset I don't get. You so big and bad, but when somebody comes back at you and counterattack you with at the same level or even something bigger than what you got, oh, then you run. Oh, it's okay only for you doing it. But when somebody flip the tables on you, oh, you can't handle it. Oh, you run. Then it shows you how tough they are. They just cowards on the inside. I see it all the time. People rolling up in people's homes and they think they're gonna get away with stuff. Like I saw on the news years ago, this teenager, whoever this guy was, broke into this old man's house, thinking he's just gonna roll up in there, figure old man, he can't do nothing. It turns out the old man was like a Golden Gloves boxer. I tell you what, that old man boxed that boy head up, so he beat that boy down. He sure did. That old man boxed his head up and beat him down. Old man still had it. Old man had to be like in his 70s or so. He tore him up. He whooped up on him. And that's the thing is, those attackers never know what might be a surprise. They think it's going to be, the result's going to be one way and can be flipped and be turned out, be a different way. All because in their mind, they think they're invincible. But you know what? And that's a surprise, the element of surprise. Yeah. It's fine and cool and everything until everything is turned on them, then when they least expect it. That's when it all goes wrong. Then they run, they can't believe it. Yeah. But it's always been like that, I see it all the time. Like I saw videos in Chicago somewhere. I think the wife and husband, the wife, I think she messed up. Maybe she thought it was somebody for work for her husband because the guy rang the doorbell. So it's two guys sitting there outside and they were planning on robbing them. And so she just let him in. So I guess she told, maybe thinking maybe one of her husband's, friends from work or something. And they rolled up in there. Both of them rolled up in there. And next thing you know, a few minutes later, you see you hear gunshots. So the wife's husband had a firearm somewhere. He pulled it out. He popped one. He dusted off one, and he was coming. You see his clothes hanging down, but he was fighting for his life. The second guy, they weren't expecting that. They were just gonna roll up in there. So the second guy wasn't expecting it. So he was trying to do everything he could get out there. The dad was beating him down too. The husband was beating him down. And, he ran off, but she having no more trouble. But, it's always the element of surprise, people thinking they the big bad wolf and somebody just big and bad as you, you never know. But yeah. And I make a karate at age of 10 also. Oh, you did karate? Okay. And that's the thing is too, that's why people take self-defense classes, karate, whether judo, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu. It's different ways of learning to protect yourself. Jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, all of that. Yeah. People do mixed martial arts and stuff. Wrestling. Oh, yeah. That's why you never know when people start messing with other people. You never know what they can do. Aware of, some can be like former military veterans who have all kind of training. You never know until but but the attackers who come and do that to people doing that stuff had it, they get whatever they deserve, when you're bothering people and you shouldn't be bothering people. Now, it's one thing to defend yourself, but you just outright just mess with somebody for no reason, you get whatever you deserve. And I did it karate at age of 10, self-defense, It's like it sucked, but yeah, that's the element, people thinking they can just do anything to anybody, but you know, but when the tables turn, oh, it's a whole new ball game. Yeah. I've seen it. People have tasers, pepper spray. It's all kind of different ways to protect yourself. Mm-hmm. But that's the mindset. Yeah, those videos, you see people thinking they can just up and do anything. And like here at home, on the news, it was crazy. I can't believe it. So, young girl, young lady, she's 23 at the stoplight. And so I guess the guy was honking, just saying, honking. What you do, people? They sit there because now you be at the stoplight and people now, they got their phone out. They sit there looking at their phone or whatever. And they're just watching it, not paying attention. You just honk the horn, just tell them, it's go, because they're not paying attention. They just sitting there 5-6 minutes, just, so you just honk your horn. But the guy just simply honked his horn, just let them know, hey, the light changed. And so the girl went into a rage mode and ran the guy down for simply just honking the horn, just saying, hey, just time to go. Can you get moving? Letting her know it's time to move. And so she chased him down and, took him out because she went and raged, all because he honked the horn, just saying, it's like, nah, man. And some people that touchy like that too. Yeah, it just shows you where we at. Over him simply honking his horn at her. So now she had the rest of her life to think about what she did, something uncalled for. I get it. Some people might get aggravated, but you sitting there, if you're in front of everybody and you in especially a one lane or whatever, and honk the horn, like, because they so busy in their world on their phone. I'm telling you, phones are causing a lot of trouble too. Me and Gravy talk about this, like, people are so busy on their phone crossing the street. They're not even. It's so frustrating to me. I had to be the one to pay attention because they so busy on their phone. I've seen people, they do it all the time at the grocery store. They're going across the street. I see a lot of ladies on their phone, or guys, either way. It's like the young folks. They so busy on their phone. It's like it's so important. Whatever it is on their phone, they can't look left or right. It's just whatever it is. It's just so important. They can't take their eyes off the phone for like 2 seconds without getting hit. And it's so frustrating too to me. It's like, good. It's like, why do I have to keep putting up with this? Because they not aware of their surroundings. They so on their phone, or they're just talking. They'll just look straight. I was like, I swear their peripheral vision has just been ain't there or something. Their awareness just ain't there, So somebody like me who pays attention all the time, I don't know how many people I done calls from getting hit and accident because they weren't paying attention, but I was alert all the time watching, more defense driver. I had to do defense driving every day because somebody else wanted to be it's like dealing with children behind the wheels or on their phone constantly, And Gravy said he has to deal with people when he riding his scooter on the sidewalk. Same thing. People not looking because they so busy, unaware of everything. I was like, man, really? And like the technology is just like really dim people's IQ, their awareness, their common sense. It's like people are desensitized to a lot of stuff. It's like, man, it's like, good gosh. Brady said, I remember one time my dad wasn't home. I was by myself. Someone came in the house and didn't know. Yeah. Tasing, karate, use my dad. Yeah, man. Home protection. It's crazy. But the human race is like, I remember in the 80s, like people, it was like a whole nother world. I remember Whoopi Goldberg saying years ago on The View, she said sometimes she feel like she's an alien because, it's a whole different world than like her generation, my mom's generation. I remember growing up, people, it would be fights. I didn't like to see people fight, but it was always something that de-escalated. It never got to the point where it was real violent, and people were more civil to each other too. Whether you're going to the like now, I don't remember this mindset going to the grocery store where you just simply going down the aisleway and somebody right up on your heels trying to run you over because they in such a hurry, you know, think they're the only ones there trying to run you over. I don't remember that. I remember going with my mom to the grocery store. We just easily go down. You see somebody, but it was if somebody was like maybe in the way, they would like get out the way, or you just say excuse me and go around. They weren't trying to block the whole way, whole alleyway. And what I see people doing more and more with their grocery carts at the store, they'll take their cart and park it somewhere by the vegetable canned vegetables, and they go all the way down the alleyway and they cart in the way where somebody is. It's like they're inconsiderate. They don't think of other people. They just think they the only ones there. They be all the way down the alleyway and they cart somewhere. They left it there. It's like, I mean, is it that hard to push the cart? You know, to take it with you? My gosh, are you that lazy or what? The cart is ain't that heavy unless you got like center blocks in your cart or something. you know, but it's like I see it all the time, and like then like they don't like they get an attitude at you because like you trying to see something where they got their cart, they blocking the alleyway, the roadway, you know, because they didn't take their cart with them. I see the same habit, consistently. It's like, man, this is what I had to deal with all the time. Brady Brady said I was in jail. I had to be the court. I have a lawyer, and yes, my experience in New Jersey. My parents got divorced. I couldn't take it no more. I left and moved to New Jersey, Louisiana. Sorry, that's where I moved to. Yeah, that's the way people. I'm telling you, man, the human race is over time the way it evolved. Just the nature, like it ain't like it used to be, man. Just man, you know. Now I used to see all the time parents would say blaming all these movies, like back in the 80s, saying the violent movies just had the R ratings or rap songs. I get it. And that's the thing is parents, had to be careful, more careful watching what they, monitoring what their kids are doing, the behavior, what they watching and everything, reading and whatever, and they want to blame it. But I say, it's also too the parents at home. What are the parents doing? I get it. Some single home parents, and then that's the thing too. Like having both parents at home, it's always that that situation or whatever. But either way, man. But it's like it's always you know do the how much responsibility do the parents take up, for their children, and, but it's always been like that, hmm And Louisiana wasn't fit for me. I moved to Los Angeles. Los Angeles. That was right. That was right. Either I moved to Canada, got into Jacob, and left Michigan. Yeah, yeah. The world's a whole different ball game from when I'm growing up. It's like man, and like same thing going to movies. I know y'all seen it. You go to movies, and it clearly says on the thing over and over. It tells you in the preview, could you please be considerate of other people and silence your phones or whatever. It never fails. I tell you, they can do. It's like same thing can happen over and over. They can put it on there clear as day. Just over it goes right over the head or something. They just don't care. It's like man, it make it hard to be around people out in public. I still go do what I'm gonna do, but it's like man, it's like maybe the ones who act like animals, maybe they should go to the zoo. Put them in the zoo. Because the animals on the inside, I think, seem to act better than them on the outside. Will act better. Oh. And Michigan is now where I'm staying. Michigan is cool. I like Michigan State when Magic Johnson played for Michigan State. I could have had a chance to go to Michigan State. I didn't go because it's too cold up in Michigan. Oh, I ain't know where I'm going. Ain't no way I'm going near Michigan. Let's go. the Michigan Spartans, green and white. I know it's Michigan State too. Mm, 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 mm. But yeah, in this world of ups and downs, you're the one thing I found. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, something else. Mm-mm. Yep. Yeah. The movies and like I brought it up before, but it seemed like during the pandemic, everything really kicked up even more worse. People on restrictions. They had to be a curfew. They couldn't be out like maybe like past 10 o'clock or 9 or whatever, you know. And I think it switched my mindset a little bit, the way people were still being out. And I remember like stuff got really crazy like when 2020, uh, people were downtown rallying and protest all that stuff. Oh my gosh, it was just bad on the news, the politics, the race with the presidential race, everything. I mean, everything got amped up like 1,000 times more than it was. It was like, the pandemic, everything. So it's like, people couldn't take it, staying locked up in curfew, because of curfew, people anxious and stuff. They couldn't take it. And then I remember when the people like going to amusement parks, and like the thing they had the rule, you had to be 6 foot. I don't see that disappeared. It'd be the 6 foot. You had to be 6 feet apart and everything because of the COVID and everything. I'm like, man, that's cool. You got adopted, Brady. Good deal. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, it's crazy restaurants, but and like when the pandemic happened with the COVID and stuff, like I think it was at CVS or somewhere, a drugstore. The security guard told the guy, and it was clearly, they had the signs up. You had to have a mask to come on into the place, and the guy he didn't want to have it. And the rules are right there. You had to, in order to go in the store, you had to have a mask. I mean, if you go in the mask, don't like it, but if you want to go in the store, you have to get the mask, and it's just temporary. Go in the store and then you take it off, coming back out. But he didn't want to do that. He got into an altercation with the security. I think security guy ended up losing his life. Oh, that's like, man, over there. I'm telling you, it really cranked up. It's over the COVID and stuff, man. I wanted. It was just crazy what the COVID and the pandemic stuff did to the mindset. People really went off the edge. They went Thelma and Louise. It's like anything goes. Like everything. Wow. You know. Yeah, that's crazy, but mm. But, that's just how some people are. No, don't necessarily have to be because of the pandemic, but I mean, it was a different way of thinking stuff. Change, adapt. People learn to adapt. But some people personality. It's just who they are, wanting to do all that crazy stuff. It just probably just so happened it blended in with the pandemic or whatever. All this crazy stuff. That's just how some people are. Their personality is just who they simply are. It don't matter what's going on. you know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, but then there ain't. There's still more. I think there's still more good people are more good out there than there is bad. Regardless of all the stuff going on, I still think there's still more good than bad out there. band people. But yeah, stand. Yep, stand for the things that. But yeah, there's still good people out there, despite all this crazy stuff going on. It is. Well, I know it seems like you don't see it, but they still out there. hmm But that's just the way, like I said, the Bible speaks of all this stuff, Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yep. Mm-mm-mm-mm. So you a Michigan fan, Brady? Michigan State or Michigan State? I think that's Magic played Michigan State. Michigan. Michigan State. Yeah, Michigan State Spartans. Yeah, Magic Johnson won with the Michigans. Magic won on high school level championship. He won on college, and he won in NBA. Same thing with Michael Jordan. He won on high school. He took his school to the championship in high school at Lansing. He won in college, Carolina, and he won with the Bulls. Yep. And I know people always keep doing this comparison with him and LeBron. One thing LeBron didn't do, I think he won in high school, but he didn't win. He didn't play in college. You know, Michael did all three levels. LeBron didn't. You know, and I never get it why Magic Johnson is never put in the conversation. You know, of all the goats. Magic was the first person that I liked before Michael Jordan. Even though he was Tar Heel and everything, but it was Magic was first. Magic Johnson was the one I looked up to. I liked growing up playing basketball. Magic Johnson. If you go back, there's an old game. Michigan State played Indiana State. It was like watching an NBA game, Magic versus Larry Bird. Their feud started from there, from college on up to the NBA. They played in the Olympics together, whatever, and they played. I think that's what really got the the NBA back going. Magic and Bird. That Eli says Magic, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, RP, but they was the best. Yeah, Kobe was the mom. I like Kobe. Kobe. I like Kobe Bryant. But Magic, I put Magic up there too. No, Magic, I put Magic up there as my top players. I know people have a Mount Rushmore. I would put Magic, Michael, I guess what, Kobe. I like the old school players. Who was in Dr. J, of course. Dr. J. I'll put Dr. J on my Mount Rushmore. Magic, Michael, Dr. J, and who I put a center. I love Kareem too. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Or his name before he changed it, before it became a Muslim, it was Lou Alcindor. He played for UCLA. Kareem won on college level too as a player. He was Lou Alcindor. He won with UCLA Bruins, and then he won. I don't know if he won on high school level or not, but I know he won at college UCLA, and he won a championship with the Milwaukee Bucks before he got traded to the Lakers, where he won the rest of his ring championships. Michael Jackson Thriller is the best album, and you know it all day, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, Max don't like. Hey, yeah, I guess Max doesn't know good music when he hear it. Hey, I gotta agree with you on that, Brady. Yeah. Hey, have y'all seen it? The trailer for Michael Jackson movie is Michael's nephew, Jafar Jackson. I tell you, he is dead on, looking like Michael, sounding, singing, everything like him. Of course, he's a Jackson. He's Jermaine Jackson's son, Michael's older brother. So, it's Michael's nephew. And I saw that trailer. I can't stop watching it. It comes out in April. That's gonna be a really good movie, Michael. And you see the signature how it writes across the screen for the trailer at the end. And the clips, the highlight. I love the trailer and the music, everything, how the timing, how they overlap the music songs with each other and stuff. Yeah, that's cool. That movie, I'm telling you, that movie is gonna sell out like crazy. You know. Yeah, I forgot Max. I guess it take to have a certain ear to hear like Michael, but everybody got their own taste. But you like what you like. But Michael is the man. You know. So yeah, blood on. Oh, you like blood on the dance floor by Michael. Oh, I got that album, Blood on the Dance Floor. Bad was a good album too. Bad came back and had a lot of good hits. Seemed like almost as much as Thriller did. Cause Bad came out in '87. Who's bad? Who's bad? You telling me? Oh, if you ever seen the video Bad, hey, Wesley Snipes was in there. He's the one who grabbed Michael by his jacket. His buddy when he come back from school on for vacation, whatever. Wesley Snipes jacks up Michael. So Michael was singing that at him and his buddies. Trying to pressure him, peer pressure him to doing something bad. So he had to. Dun, 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 dun. Who's bad? Who's bad? Bad was a good album. Of course, Michael worked with Quincy. You'll see that in the movie as well. Michael started working with Quincy on The Wiz back in. The Wiz came out in '78. Yeah, so Michael worked with Quincy, and Quincy thought it was a good idea since they worked on The Wiz. He thought it was a good idea. Maybe he should work on the album together. And Quincy said he wanted to get Michael away from that bubblegum pop music that he was used to. He wanted to have it sound like more mature, sound like him sounding older. Don't stop till you get enough. Man in the Mirror made me cry. It's a sad song. Yeah, man. Hey, that's a big song. That was like one of my favorite songs. I know it was one of Grandma's favorite songs too. Grandma had that Bad album. So Michael said he's starting with the Man in the Mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. Man in the Mirror. That song still holds till this day. A lot of people need to do that. Look in the mirror. See if you're changing your ways. I'm starting with the Man in the Mirror. Oh yeah, I'm asking him to change his way. That's a bad album. So Man in the Mirror, Bad. I Just Can't Stop Loving You, Liberian Girl, Just Friends, Leave Me Alone, Dirty Diana, The Way You Make Me Feel. I think I called all the songs. There's 8 songs right there. What else? Any other songs I'm missing? Dirty Diana. Oh, what's that? Dun, 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 dun. He covered the Beatles song "Come Together." Yeah, "Come Together." Come together. And you ever seen this movie, Brady? Moonwalker. I love that movie, Moonwalker. And the little kids start up. The little kids in there do the video of Bad in there. They do their version of Bad, but it's little kids doing the video and lip syncing the song Bad. You should look at Moonwalker. Moonwalker, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, Moonwalk. Moonwalk movie. Yeah, Moonwalker. That was a good movie. Oh, Speed Demon. Speed Demon was another good song there. Speed Demon. Speed Demon, you're the best. Let's see here. Bad track list. Bad, The Way You Make Me Feel, Speed Demon, Liberian Girl, Just Good Friend. Oh yeah, Another Part of Me was another good song. You first hear that song in His short Disney short film he did was as Captain EO. It was Francis Ford Coppola directed it, but George Lucas produced it. You can see all the Star Wars. See, Francis Ford Coppola and George Lucas were friends. They both went to film school together. But yeah, you should see that Captain EO. I know it's on YouTube. I remember seeing Captain EO when it came out on Disney, and the only way you could see Disney if you had to have the cable box, you know, to get the Disney Channel. And that's when Disney Channel was really fun to watch. You know, it was really fun to watch. You knew something was always good gonna come on. But that was the only way you could see Captain EO. You had to have Disney Channel. Mm-hmm. That bad album, that was I love. And the song I like, Just Good Friends, is with Stevie Wonder. Because Michael and Stevie, they were always on each other's album. Michael was on Stevie's album, and Stevie was on that song Just Good Friends. And I don't know if y'all know this. No, I don't know if y'all know this or not. Here's some trivia. Michael Jackson and Stevie Wonder are cousins too. Yeah, Michael Jackson and Stevie Wonder are cousins. Yep, clear as day, they're cousins. So it's apparent music runs in the family. But Michael and Stevie are cousins. Mm-hmm. Michael and Stevie are cousins all day, all night. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Janet said it too on the show. Yeah, Stevie are cousins, so they all, which makes sense. They all were on Motown together. And there's a song Stevie Wonder, I think first song Stevie and the Jacksons did together, collaborators called what's the name of that song? Stevie Wonder did a song with them, first collaborated. It was Jackson 5 and Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder. Uh yeah, you haven't done nothing. I think that's it. Yeah, you haven't done nothing. You should listen to that song. You haven't done nothing. It's with Stevie Wonder and the Jackson 5 on Motown Records. You haven't done nothing. That's a bad song. Just say doody wop dum dum, doody wop dum dum. Steve would be like Jackson 5, sing it with me. Doody wop doody wop. That's a bad song. You haven't done nothing. We're not we're not amused. We're amazed and not amused. And I saw Stevie a video of Stevie performing that song on it's award shows from the 70s. You see Gladys Knight and the Pips. Yeah, Stevie on stage singing that song. You haven't done nothing. Mm-mm. Yeah, Man in Mirror is a good song for sure. I remember that song used to play over and over on MTV, video, so all the music stations on the radio, everywhere. That was a bad song. Um, looking for. I'm looking at the Man in the Mirror. Yeah, so you haven't done nothing. Came out in 1974. Funk single by Stevie Wonder, taken from his album Fulfilling This, first finale, and featuring background here from the Jackson 5. That was a bad song. You haven't done nothing. But yeah, the Jacksons, I like Jacksons, the Jackson 5. They switched from Jackson 5 to the Jacksons because they left Motown, went to CBS Records, and so they couldn't take the name. It was copyrighted, so they became the Jacksons. They changed it to simply the Jacksons. So that's when the younger brother Randy officially signed on with them. You know, the verses like you always see the younger brother Randy in the background playing the bongos or whatever all the time. You know, Randy was the youngest brother. Jackie was the oldest. hmm Like Jackie name is his nickname, but his real name is Sigmund Jackson. And like Reby, it's her nickname. It's Maureen, Maureen Jackson. Maureen Jackson. But the Jacksons, Jackson's like I think my top number one first group, favorite group, the Jacksons. Look at all the music they made over the years. They all went so. Michael had a solo, Janet had a solo, Jermaine. All of them have done albums. Randy had came out with a solo song, a single like back in 78, 79. Then he had his group called Randy and the Gypsies like back in the early 90s. Jermaine had solo albums while he was on Motown. Him and Michael both made solo albums while they both were still with the group. Michael was making solo stuff, him and Jermaine. Then of course in the 80s they both were making solo albums. They even collaborated on a song called Tell Me I'm Not Dreaming. It's Jermaine's song featuring Michael on there. It was a really good song. Tell Me I'm Not Dreaming. LaToya had an album. Of course, Janet. Tito even had an album that came out a couple of years ago. Tito can sing. The Jacksons had an album called Torture. No, Victory. Victory was on. Victory was there. First, it was when they left Motown, CBS Records, Epic Records, the sub company. CBS, the parent company, but Epic Records, like the sub company under CBS. So when they moved to CBS, it was the Jacksons. And then their second album was the Jacksons Going Places. The third album, when the Jacksons took control, creative control, that's why they left Motown, because they had a fight with Berry Gordy Motown. Because, which makes sense, as people get older, they evolve. They want to evolve and do different, branch out and do different stuff. And so they want to start writing their own songs, which I don't blame them. They know how they've been in business long enough. They were artists. They were professionals. Well, they were artists before they were professionals before they even joined Motown. And so the Destiny album is the one that really turned everything around for them, because they had creative control. They were given more creative control, and that from that Destiny album on up. And then when the Victory album came out, there was one song, I forgot the name of it, and I couldn't figure out who was singing that song. It turns out it was Tito. I really liked it. Tito does a song on the Victory album, We Can Change the World. And it's like, man, you can't believe it's Tito Jackson. We Can Change the World. Yeah. Tito Jackson Tito does the lead on that song. It's his voice. Tito can sing. I know people pick and make fun of Tito, but no, Tito, he sings late background, but Tito can sing. No, he really can. I've heard him. His son's 3T can sing, but Tito on that song, if you listen to it, We Can Change the World. That's one of my favorite songs. I know I've always enjoyed on the Victory album, but I didn't know that was Tito. I couldn't figure out who was singing it, because I could recognize Michael's voice, Jermaine, Marlon, even Randy, but I didn't know who that was Tito. And the only way I picked up on it and found out, it was like when Tito passed, like last year, and somebody posted on his Instagram, and they played that song like just doing a highlight reel of Tito, and they had that song in that, and I instantly recognized it. And so I didn't realize that was. I said, "Man, that was Tito." See, I never looked at the credits too, but that was Tito Jackson. We Can Change the World is Tito. ABC Easy 1, 2, 3. I love that. They made Escape by Michael Jackson. Horrible album. I liked Escape. There were some songs I liked on Escape. Is that one where Justin Timberlake is on it? Baby. Love never looks so good. Because Michael does the lead, then JT comes back, he starts singing it. Michael Jackson and JT. Love never looks so good. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Love never felt so good. Love never felt so good. Love never felt so good. I might have the album. Yeah, because Michael sings, then JT turns around and come back and sing it. Yeah, how they blended those two together. They put the album. They put it together. But how did they do that, Mike? Well, see, that's the thing with a lot of artists, man. See, the stuff that you hear is what they released. But artists, really creative artists, like look at Tupac. Look at Tupac and Prince. Artists, you don't believe, when people are really creative, they write music. They can write song on song. They write song on top of song on top of song. They have all these songs, a pile of just songs piled up that they never released. So what people do, they go back and finish it and try to complete it. They go back and complete the albums for them. Producers will come in or whatever, finish it up. Finish up what they left off. They had songs recorded, so they go back and blend the beat, put beats to it, whatever. They had the vocals down, and they just go add the background music to it. Yeah, look at Tupac. Look at Prince. Prince had an album called The Vote. He had when Prince passed away, he literally had music locked inside a vote. They couldn't just roll up in there and open it. They had to take drills and stuff to bust that thing wide open. And they saw Prince had tons and tons of music unreleased. He had recorded, I'm sure, on his masters, locked up in that vote. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing new about that pre-release stuff that you never heard. Just because it was never released into mainstream doesn't mean the artist had already recorded. Yeah, look it up, man. There's plenty of stuff artists had recorded they never released. Like Michael Jackson. It was some stuff, songs he had recorded for Thriller that never got released because Quincy, was trying to sort it out and making that playlist, the album list, and like Circus Girl was on Thriller album, but it never got released. But they finally released it on like the Thriller 25th anniversary or whatever. Circus Girl, Toys, a lot of stuff unreleased that never got put out. Songs artists made over the years that you never hear. Who's Tupac and Biggie? Say what? One of like greatest all-time rappers of all time, Tupac and Biggie Smalls, or the Notorious B.I.G. Yo, look him up, man. Tupac. I first heard Tupac back in 1990 or 91. He came in through the work with the Digital Underground, some of the Humpty Dance is your chance to do the hump. Do. Look up Digital Underground. Tupac started out with Digital Underground. So I first saw him back in 1990. And then so like his first album was like a Tupacalypse, and then the Dear Mamas, all this Tupac. And Biggie Smalls came out around 94. Biggie Ready to Die album off of Bad Boy album records. Yeah, Eli. You know it. That's right. That's right. Best rappers ever. Of course, they in my top 10, but my boys Run DMC. So I'm still old school. Y'all don't know. I'm sure you probably don't know who Run DMC is. Curtis Blow, the Funky 4 plus one more, Cold Crush Brothers. That's old school. Of course, the Sugar Hill Gang, Rapper's Delight song. I'm talking about taking it way back. Old school, 70s and early 80s. Yeah, I know y'all never heard of them. Y'all can look those up. Kool Herc. Look up Kool Herc. Look up DJ Marley Marl. Some names. Roxanne Shante. The real Roxanne. Oh my gosh, man. Houdini. I said Curtis Blow. That got the Fat Boys. Man, there's a lot of artists. I can just keep going on and on with the old school. I'm sure y'all heard of Salt and Pepper, haven't you? Salt and Pepper. Matter of fact, Salt and Pepper got inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I know y'all heard of Outkast. I'm sure y'all heard of Outkast. They ones represented down south. They from Atlanta, Georgia. They do the song So Fresh, So Clean. Ain't nobody dope as me because I'm dressed so fresh and so clean. Outkast, Ludacris. They all from down south. I'm sure Missy Elliott. Who else? Who came like in the early 2000s. Outkast came out around 94 and Ludacris came out around 2000. Missy came out I first heard Missy like around 96. She was like on a New Edition song, You Don't Have to Worry. She did a rap song so I saw Missy around like 96, Common. think Common came out in like in the early 2000s. Yeah, late 90s, early 2000s. Common. Who else? There was a lot of rappers that came and go. Nas came out in the mid 90s. Nas came out. Of course, Eric B and Rakim came out in the 80s. Uh, EPMD. Those are some groups. Look up Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah. You know. So he said. Eli said my top 10 is 6 9 6 9. Two is oh, one is six. Yeah, two is I show speed. Three Lil Wayne. Four MKG. Yeah. Five Lil Zane. Six Lil Tecca. Seven Juice World. Eight Tupac Biggie. That's a cool lineup. I like Lil Wayne, Lil Weezy. I show speed. Well, isn't he's a big YouTuber? I show speed. He race people all the time. Does he rap too as well? I show speed. 6 9 3 6 9. Is that same as 6 9 3 6 9? One more time. The Yin Yang. You heard of the Yin Yang Twins? Yin Yang Twins. Of course, I like NWA, Ice Cube. I like Ice Cube was one of my favorite rappers as well. When he came out after he went solo from NWA, you know, he came out with Kill It Will, America's Most Wanted. The Death Certificate is what I came in on. I bought Death Certificate my freshman year in high school. I got that. I got America's Most Wanted. I had the tapes. I didn't get Kill It Will. I was like, of course, I like Dr. Dre. His stuff, he came out with the Chronic. I like Snoop Dogg, Warren G, Nate Dogg, 213. Who else? I had a bunch of stuff. All my stuff, you know. Who? Yeah, that's like the 90s rappers. Eminem came out like in 99 when I first heard Eminem. My name is Slim Shady. Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg. Of course, a lot of their music had influence from Parliament, George Clinton, Funkadelic, you know. A lot of artists sample, you can hear it in Dr. Dre's and Snoop music, you know. G Funk. Warren G, the first one I started hearing about G Funk. Not P Funk, but G Funk. Yeah, Warren G. He sampled Michael McDonald's I Keep Forgetting. I Keep Forgetting. They used it on the soundtrack for Above the Rim basketball. Warren G song Regulators. Regulators. And like in the beginning of the songs, the regulators, you gotta earn your keep. Regulators mount up. It's from the movie Young Guns with Amelia Estevez, Charlie Sheen, Keith Sutherland. Regulators from Young Guns. Mount up. I know Eminem, Death of Slim Shady. Yeah, Eminem. He came out in like '99. I first heard him. My name is, my name is, my name is Slim Shady. Vanilla Ice. He was like the first white rapper I ever heard, like back in 90, 89, 90. Vanilla Ice. He came out with dun 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 dun, dun under pressure. It was Ice Ice Baby, Vanilla Ice. It was a big song, but yeah, man. BBD, Bell Biv DeVoe. You know, they're from New Edition. Bell Biv DeVoe, BBD. Of course, I said what, Run DMC. But yeah, look at some of those artists. Look at Curtis Blow, though. I think he was like the first rap artist to come up with a Christmas song. You know, the Christmas song. It was Curtis Blow. And then, you know, of course, my other favorite rap Christmas song is by Run DMC, Christmas in Hollies. They're from Hollis, Queens, in New York. You had DMC, you had Jam Master Jay. He was the DJ, but the group name was Run DMC. Run DMC. The producer was Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons produced that. I'm sure you heard of Russell Simmons, all his hip hop stuff. I'm sure you heard of Russell Simmons. You got to heard of Russell Simmons. One of the big all-time producers in hip hop, Russell Simmons. I know you heard him, sure, Dr. Dre, but Russell Simmons. Mm-hmm. Run DMC Jam Master J. Dr. Dre. Who else? Some of the newer rappers. I like Leon Thomas. He's not a rapper, he's a singer. I like Leon Thomas. His stuff really stands out to me. Leon Thomas. I picked up on his song a few months ago from off of Instagram. Somebody played a song called Mutt. The lyrics are I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. Song called Mutt. But his new album's supposed to drop called Folks. He spelled it Pholks, Folks. I listened to them songs. It's really good. That his new album, Leon Thomas. I like him. Leon Thomas. I've been listening to his stuff over and over lately on listening to it. Leon Thomas. I don't listen to everybody's music, but the ones that really catch my ear, that man, it had to be really good for me to pick up my ear to start listening to it, because I just don't listen to anybody. I don't know, but I still go and listen to Outkast all day. So have you heard of Outkast, Eli? Their first album was Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music. Then their second album came out, AT Aliens. The album cover is like a comic book cover of them. They like action heroes in a comic book. Then there's Aquemini. And then the one I think that really blew them up on the map was their Stankonia album. So Fresh, So Clean on there. And then the one that really shot him out there was Speaker Box and The Love Below. Hey, y'all. That was a bad album. That Speaker Box and Love Below and that Stankonia, those are the big dogs that really got him out there. I mean, them other albums, it just kept building and building up, getting bigger and bigger. But when that Stankonia came through, because that's what Sorry Miss Jackson, ooh, I am for real. Sorry, make your daughter cry. And the album that came after the Speaker Box and Love Below was Idlewild. I got that album too. That Idlewild was good because that's the soundtrack they made to their movie. They made a movie called Idlewild. Idlewild. Yeah, that's a good movie. Idlewild. Idlewild. Mm-hmm. Outkast, man, ain't nobody dope as. And matter of fact, that song is so bad. Matter of fact, months ago over the summer, Whirlpool washers out now. And like when you start it up, it'll play that song So Fresh, So Clean. So now you can buy those special edition Whirlpool washers with Outkast. It'll play that little clip. And So Fresh, So Clean, it'll play that clip. And so when you start it up, it'll play the song, that music. I was like, that shows you how big they are. I've never heard, that's new. And I guess in the washing machine world, using the artist to play, because you know how when you turn on a washer or something, it had that little chime ding ding or whatever. No, it'll start it with Outkast. I said that you know how big that's tell you how they really made it now. They really made it. A washing machine company want to use their music for a washing machine. And which it makes sense as a playoff. They say So Fresh, So Clean, which makes sense. Having a washing machine, you washing your clothes, getting them clean. And that's the perfect clip to use to that. I mean, as far as music, I mean, that's genius marketing right there. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody, but that Stankonia is really good. Bombs Over Baghdad. Sorry, Miss Jackson. So Fresh, So Clean. There's some other songs, but that's that Speaker Box and Love Below. Roses smell like woo-hoo. You should really check out Eminem new album, Death of Slim Shady, and let me know what. All right, I'll check it out. I like Eminem. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and Outkast got inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They're the only artist to get 13-time platinum albums sold, 13 times platinum, the highest in history of any artist, anybody in the rap world. Outkast is number one. Outkast. 13-time platinum selling. Eminem was like 11 or 12, but he fell short. Outkast is the kings, the top dogs. Andre and Big Boy. Andre and Big Boy. Mm-hmm. I follow a Big Boy all the time on Instagram. Mm-hmm. Outcast. Outcast. The hieroglyphics on the wall show their visions. Outcast. The hieroglyphics. But I like Outcast. I like to get their albums on vinyl too. I don't have no Eminem CDs. I sure don't, but I listen to his stuff over the years. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Eminem. He was on Dr. Dre's label. With his Aftermath. Aftermath. I think so. Was 50 Cent was on there too. You like 50 Cent, Eli? 50 Cent and the G Unit, all in 50 Cent. G Unit. G Unit. Mm-hmm. Go Shorty. It's your birthday. Go Shorty. Go Shorty. It's your birthday. Go Shorty. It's your birthday. Uh-huh. Dun, 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 dun. Look at that Carolina. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, Outcast. Outcast. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. Outcast. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody dope as me because I'm just so fresh and so clean, clean. But yeah, all the Outcast albums are good. I haven't heard one bad song. Mm-mm. And then of course Andre 3000, he came out with a solo album. Was it this year or last year called Blue Moon or something? Moon or something. He's playing the flute. And Big Boy had some albums over the years, solo albums. Mm-hmm. 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 Boom, 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 boom. But yeah, if you go back listen to some old Parliament and stuff and James Brown, Eli, you can hear in a lot of the rap artists back in the 80s influenced James Brown music and Parliament. But you hear a lot of James Brown influence, people sampled James Brown a lot back in the 80s, because listen to James Brown, the Godfather of Soul, his stuff was, funk and Parliament, you can go back and listen to a lot of artists and see all the stuff that they sample. Yeah, yeah, you really will. You really enjoy it. Okay, yeah, I'm sure I will. Eminem's, Eminem's, and Marshall Mathers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, I like Eminem. Eminem's. Eminem's, Eminem's, Eminem's. Let me get some M&M's. M&M's. All right, y'all. It's been fun on here. I enjoyed talking, breaking down, talking about here. So, oh wait, and I have 50 Cent. I have, but never listened to his music. Most of my foster parents are Chris. Okay, I got you. I like gospel music too, man. I like I'm sure you never heard of BB and CC Winans, the Winan family. I like old school gospel music. Aretha Franklin sings gospel music too. Aretha Franklin. Who's some old school? Mahalia Jackson. That's the name. Check out Mahalia Jackson, uh, Andre Crouch. Kirk Franklin's like more modern day, I guess, gospel music. He came out in like '97 with the song "Stump." Who else? Uh, I like the Winans. There's the Clark sisters. I mean, like old school gospel. You know, black artists that I listen to. But there's the Clark sisters. So I'm a witness. Old school, yeah, gospel music. Mm-hmm. Yep. Who else? I said the Wine family, BB and CC Wine, brother and sister. Uh, Trying to think, but there's so much music out there. Mm-hmm. Uh, a lot of those artists when they were coming up, like Aretha, they all started in the church. Whitney Houston, she started in the church singing in the church choir. A lot of them started in the church choirs and worked their way up. You know. Mm-hmm. Yes. But yeah, it's a lot of good music out there, and not just gospel, but I like blues music too. I learned a lot of music. I learned a lot of music through my mom. Old school blues. ZZ Hill, uh, Bobby Blue Bland, BB King music. Johnny Taylor, Sam Cooke sings. I like Sam Cooke, Bobby Womack. Uh, who else? There's a bunch of stuff, but yeah, get down to the roots of the stuff that I listened to growing up from the '80s. Yeah, Bobby Brown, not Bobby Brown, but yeah, Bobby Womack is one of my favorite singers. I learned it through my mama. She had them tapes playing the records and the singles. Bobby Womack. It's just the way I feel about you. Johnny Taylor, cheaper to keeper. 383 emergency. Ask the call to speak to Dr. JT. Johnny Taylor. You should listen to Johnny Taylor, old school blues R&B. Mm-hmm. Uh, Joe Tex, not Joe Tex, but Jay Blackman, whatever his name is. Taxi. Yeah, I heard that song through my mom. I think it was Jay Blackman. What's his name? Taxi. Take me to the other side of town. I was in first grade. I heard that song. I think my mom had the single. Yeah, Taxi by I think it's Jay Blackman. No, Jay Blackfoot. Taxi by Jay Blackfoot. See, at first I thought it was Dennis Edwards. I thought it was Dennis Edwards. Dennis Edwards was one of the lead singers for the Temptations. Then I looked it up. It was Jay Blackfoot. Jay Blackfoot. Because their voices kind of sound the same. That's what made me think was it Dennis Edwards, but it's Jay Blackfoot. It's old school called Taxi. Taxi, take me to the other side of town, just as fast as you can. Taxi. Yeah, I remember all that music my mom played. Good. It's like I was storing and collecting data. I didn't understand the stuff. I listened to it. I knew I liked the beat and stuff. Like, because my mom, I learned about George Clinton. The first time I ever heard of George Clinton, it was she had Atomic Dog, the single. It's a song off of the album called Computer Games. There's a lot of other good songs on that album, Computer Games by George Clinton. Not just Atomic Dog, but Atomic Dog was his biggest hit off of that album. That's him as a solo artist after, Parliament Funkadelic. Bootsy was, of course, was already solo. Bootsy was doing stuff, but they all still work together with each other, collaborating, doing other kind of music because they love music. I love Morris Day and the Time, of course, Prince, the Gap Band, Zapp and Roger Troutman. I could just go on and on with music, man. Just filled with music, But I like old school gospel. I like Shirley Caesar. I learned about Shirley Caesar through my grandma. Shirley Caesar. I even actually met Shirley Caesar years ago, over like 15, 20 years ago. I met Shirley Caesar working. Yeah, I like Shirley Caesar too. Cause grandma, she loved Shirley Caesar. Yep. I don't know if she ever. I don't know if she ever met Shirley Caesar or not. hmm She had some good stuff. Shirley Caesar had a lot of good stuff. Gospel. hmm Yep. Yep. Okay, everybody. I guess I'm gonna get up on off here. I'm gonna get on up. Get up. Get on up. I'm gonna get off here. I appreciate everybody being here. So I appreciate my mom coming through, Max Charles coming through, Eli Golden coming through, Brady coming through. Yeah, Jack coming through, and Gus coming through. All right. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Thanks, Mama. Yeah, I guess I'll try to call you tomorrow. Some reason I think I was thinking I called you today, but I guess I didn't. I thought I called you, but I didn't. I'll call you tomorrow. I think I was wanting to call you. I was gonna call you, but I didn't get to it. I think that's what it was. I was thinking it, but I thought I called you, but I didn't. But I guess I'll call you tomorrow. Uh-huh. Taxi, take me to the other side of town, just as fast as you can. That's one of my favorite songs. I remember my mom playing Taxi, but that song still sticks out. Jay Blackfoot, that's his name. All right, everybody. I appreciate everybody. So hopefully, I might be on. I don't know because I think I'll be working next Wednesday. I might be on here or not, but if I don't catch y'all, maybe I can catch y'all later next week as well. Maybe I can switch off. Cause I know next Thursday I'll be busy with Thanksgiving, maybe Friday or Saturday. So I figured out from that night I'll stream the week after because I know everybody's gonna be busy with Thanksgiving anyway. So I might not stream at all next week. Or maybe I can stream Monday or Tuesday because I might have some free time. I might can squeeze an early stream in so that way I'm not, on here and there. I know everybody be busy with Thanksgiving and stuff and getting ready for Black Friday. All right, till next time, everybody. Be safe. Peace out. Easy come, easy go.